Howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here, and
Bradley.
Come on, you gotta come up with something better than that.
Tuna eating Brad.
I am not even going there. Nope. No, sirree, Bob. Not going there. It is September 28, 2016, Wednesday afternoon. It is 1:13 p.m. already. And it is kind of an overcast, cooler day out. It is 86 degrees. The real feel is 102. The high will be 86. The low will be 73. And for the next few days, the low will be in the 60s. I'm excited. What about you?
Very cool.
So anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. I gotta have another drink of coffee. Yes, still my morning coffee. It takes me a while to drink my coffee. Used to not. Anyway, yesterday I did take a nap. I know, big shock. And I did some looming, and I finished that hooded cowl, which I think turned out really well. This is the finished. Let me show you guys. This is the finished cowl. These buttons are functional. You can unbutton and button this. You know, and this is the side view, and this is the back. And I think it's really cute. I'm very, very pleased with how it turned out. I will be making some more, but this will be on Etsy for sale. I'll be listing it later on tonight, probably, because I got some things I want to get done today. But yeah, so I'm very pleased with it. It was fun to do. I will definitely be making more. The nice things about those hooded cowls is these hooded cowls is, like I said, let me you guys see how it is buttoned, but you can unbutton it, and you know, since it's just going through the knit, you can rebutton it tighter if you wanted to, or looser. But okay, this is it unbuttoned, so you know you just put it on, and I'll just go ahead, and I don't normally, but this is how it is, you know, and then you would button it however you want. And the nice thing about it, if you're, you know, this is obviously, this color and stuff is for a female, or it doesn't have to be for a female, you know. But it's not going to mess up your hair. I know a lot of us ladies prefer to use a scarf on our head or a hood, because a stocking cap will mess up our hair. So that's the nice thing about this. And the nice thing about it is it's instead of it being a detachable hood that comes with so many jackets, is you can use this with multiple jackets or sweaters or whatever, you know. And then if you just want to wear it all day long, and you have it down, it would just hang down like that. So, you know, so yeah, I'm very, very happy with it, and I like the variegation that this yarn gave me. This was the Red Heart Boutique Infinity. The color was Blossom, and it took a little over a skein. So, and that was just a simple E-wrap. The if you want to make one of your own, if you do loom knitting, you can look at here and type in hooded cowl for loom knitting, and you'll find the same pattern I used. Very simple pattern. So I enjoyed making it. I will be making more. I finished watching the movie Pay It Forward. I love that movie. I've watched it before, and I always really love that movie. And then I started watching the movie called Decoding Annie Parker, and that's about a breast cancer survivor. And I've only got about 20 minutes left of it, and it seems a very good movie. You know what? A little bit of Bates Motel. Brad's still job searching. The job that he thought he probably would be hired for did not pan out. So he's still on the search. He's still putting in applications like crazy. And last night he did cook up some hamburger, you know, with taco seasoning, and I had that taco salad, modified taco salad. And then today I had my soup, and tonight I will have another salad with chicken. I know my eating plan is very boring, and you guys are probably going, geez, there's not much variation at all. I kind of purposely do that because I don't want to overthink on food. And if I limit myself on food choices and I'm not sitting there, I'm not the type that can sit there and if I think about food, because I love to cook and stuff, I'll start thinking of stuff I shouldn't have. So I really limit because it's just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, a salad and protein on the salad. Soup, homemade soup, limit the crackers. That's just what I do and it works for me. I'll let myself have maybe at the most 2 apples a day with some of the sugar-free caramel and just a little bit of that sugar-free caramel. And then the sugar-free popsicles, the coffee ones that Brad makes with that Zuko pop maker. And yeah, I mean it works. Yeah, it gets monotonous and stuff, but I can't really sit and think a whole lot about food because I have to really,
Well, and then there's some family members where that's all they think about.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get company, they're planning out every single meal for the next month and a half.
Yeah.
And they're so focused on,
right.
Yeah. And you grew up seeing that.
Yeah, and that's a problem. And then, I have to not think about that. So I just really limit that. And I did my exercise. I did my my bike exercises. That pedal came off again, even though Brad glued it. He can have to re-glue it, try something different. I'm not sure what, but it's just the right pedal all the time. So, and then I want to do some painting today. I want to get outside here in a little bit since it's overcast and a little bit cooler, and I want to do some planting of seeds. I'm excited about that. And then I'm going ghetto fabulous time again. Okay, it is what it is right now. There's nothing we can do about our living circumstances until Brad finds employment and we're able to save some money and then hopefully find a place. We have to find a place that will accept the animals because we're not going to give them up, and go from there. But I'm trying to reorganize it. When we moved all this yarn, it was put in the vacuum sealed bags, right? Well, that's not very conducive to having to get in and out of those bags because those bags do rip. I mean, and they're not made to have to get into all the time. So, I didn't want to have to go out and buy a bunch of totes because, money is very tight. So, we found a couple totes that we aren't using. I got a few other ideas I need to kind of, throw at my husband here in a minute. And, we're gonna, put the yarn in totes. The stuff like the clothes and stuff that can be put in cardboard boxes back in the bedroom, we'll do that. We're going to put the yarn in totes. It'll be something that will be easier to get in and out of and will look a lot better, And also, the mattress that I use, that I put on top of the couch that I pull out every night, well, it's actually too long. So, part of it has to go up against the yarn boxes to kind of make a slant. And then I put my pillows on that. So that I sleep on an incline anyway. Well, if we were trying to do it with the bags and the bags are slick enough, they move and stuff, then all of a sudden I'm like sliding down. Then we got a cardboard box. That's working much better, but then the sides of it, I don't know what it is. This is the second roll of duct tape, and yes, the formal name of duct tape. That is not sticky. I don't know what the deal is. But, so that came out loose. So, yeah, it's time to put it in totes. It'll be easier and stuff, and look better, and you know, trying to make the most of the room, and yada yada yada. And I can't find all my buttons, so that's making me go a little cray cray, because I need to find all my sewing buttons, because I just like my sewing buttons and I don't want to go buy more. So we do have 2 totes we'll be able to use, and then hopefully we'll be able to find, maybe buy another one. So doing all that today, because what I'm all leading up to, people, is getting ready to decorate for fall. You know, Halloween. I love Halloween year round, and usually, like if we're in a normal home, there's Halloween stuff sitting around all the time. That's what I decorate my walls with, is like monsters and horror props and stuff. That's just me. So I'm getting ready to do a little bit of decorating outside, and we do have some of my Halloween stuff in, but I got it from Story, so I wanted to kind of go through it, see what I can have in here. Just, I miss any of my stuff being around. You know, the stuff that I would decorate. You miss having familiar things. And if, you know, this is coming on, we're getting ready to pay our 6 months of rent here, so, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So, I had 2 topics today. Oh, first let me show you, I'm talking about fall stuff. The other day I found I don't have any candle shoppers. These are kind of like to stay on ones. But I found this one, which is my Halloween one. I usually will have it out year round. I really like the little eyes on the brim and stuff right there. So some of the stuff had fallen off. Like this used to have 2 rows. Honey, can you do her? That's the dachshund being bossy.
No.
Yeah, but see, I had 2 ghosts. Well, one fell off, so I glued eyes there. And then it had pumpkins. I think it was 5 different pumpkins. Well, I've lost all but 2 of these little ceramic pumpkins. So what I did was I used some other monster eyes I had and glued them on to decorate and make it all come together. This is my little bat. You know, so yeah. So now it sits on candle. I usually still light a candle every night. We most often will, because I really like the hominess of candles, and no, we never leave them unattended. And I always have a wax melter, or I call it a tart burner, going. We have an electric one that we have going, so I usually turn that on late afternoon and stuff, and then I'll shut it off, you know, an hour or 2 before we go to bed. So, yeah, I'm getting ready to do that. Whoa!
Sorry.
Honey, you almost knocked my coffee over.
Come on, Nix, move. Nixie.
Brad's trying to get the dog to move. You know, you can't get her to move. She's laying on the steps, and you can't get her to move.
Go.
It's just there's no room. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
I think you forgot I'm doing a video, didn't you?
No, I was hoping I could do it quietly.
Anyway, let me stay on topic, okay? That's one thing I'm getting ready to, is the need to have a schedule and stuff, and a little bit of space that's your own. And the other topic is why I can't do and don't do videos with me painting or doing artwork. I'm the type of person that I really need to have like an everyday schedule or routine. There you go, routine. I've been thinking of that word all morning and it's escaped me. I am a very routine-oriented person. Now, I'm not going to flip my biscuit if the routine goes off track in the afternoon. But in the morning, unless there's a major disaster or somebody is dying or something, I need to do my routine. And like I said, my routine is after you go to the restroom and stuff, we take the dogs outside, we have our coffee out there, you know, we do a little bit of talking, and then I want to come in and I want to get dressed for the day and get ready for the day. I want to do my exercises, and I want to either eat lunch then or make the video or vice versa. Then whatever else happens in the day, I'm fine with. Well, you know, sometimes your spouse or whoever you live with won't realize that you need to have that routine. I need to have that routine. Maybe it's part of the Asperger's. I don't know what it is. But I have to have that routine. I have to keep myself very focused on stuff because I do have ADHD. I always have had. And then if I don't keep very focused, I kind of get very scattered, you know, and I'll be thinking about 20 different things. You guys see some days on here I'm very focused on what I'm saying, and then some days I seem very scattered. That's why I have to write stuff down, because otherwise I'm kind of like, you know. So, yeah, I need to have that bit of scheduling. Then I feel like whatever else the day throws at me, I have the entire afternoon to deal with. So, you know, like this morning, you know, Brad was wanting to get some planting done right away, and I'm like, I got to go in and I have to do my routine. I have to, and I need to have that little bit of me time exercising, because it is very hard living in such a cramped space to have any time to yourself, to have any, you know, personal space. So, you know, and that's why sometimes he goes out for walks, or he'll go out fishing stuff, because he needs that too. It's like in the evening, he'll go back in the bedroom and I'll be out here, and we're both still awake and stuff, but we need that alone time. We've always both been that way. We need our own alone time. You know, it doesn't matter how much you love somebody. Some of us are just scared where we need alone time. I think some of that has to stem with, we're both firstborn in the pecking order of siblings, and also our siblings are he has sisters and I had a brother, so we were used to having our own room too. So we were used to having our own space at night and your own room, and you know, we've always both maintained that and both understood that. You know, I think a lot of people think the minute you get married stuff, you must always be joined at the hip. And, you know, we spend an immense amount of time together. But there's sometimes you like a little bit of alone time. Or you want a little bit of time with just one of your buddies. You know, and that's fine. The other thing is, I've had a lot of people over the years ask me if I would do painting videos. And I've done a few for fellow artists. Just, you know, like maybe 5 minutes of them watching me work. But the thing is, I don't like to do them because, number one, it would be impossible to set up in this RV. It's that cramped. You guys know I record from my laptop, and so that would be impossible to do. It's just not enough space, and I'm trying to move around. That back hurts a little bit right now. And I work with my headphones on. I have full headphones, you know, the big ones that everybody, I guess they're back in style, but you know, for a long time everybody made fun of the big old headphones. I'm trying to grab mine if I can. But because I like to block everything out, I don't and won't talk while I'm working. That's why I have the MP3 player on. I talked about this yesterday. I zone out. This place could catch on fire and I wouldn't notice it. Brad can tell you that. I don't have a problem with people watching me work. I'm very used to that. People used to watch me work all the time in high school. People used to watch me work all the time in college. I'm used to that. I'm used to people watching me work, but I can't talk. I don't socialize at all. That's why my teacher even allowed me to work with the MP3 player and the headphones, because that's just how I work best. unless he made me really mad. He used to deliberately, when I met him, and if you guys are been subscribed to me for a while, you've already heard the story, but if you're new, you haven't. He would make me mad when I first met him, and finally I caught on, and he said, yeah, because that's when you work the best. So, but, yeah, so I just, and I do a lot of very different techniques than traditionally taught. I even had taught my professor a few techniques that he did not think would work, and then he'd go, well, how did you do this, or how did you do that? And I'd say, well, I did da-da-da-da-da, because I had to tell him, and he's, oh, wow, because I never thought that would work, and, so, he's the professor. He used to be my mentor that used to go in and tell my husband that I was a better artist than he was. That, I didn't need to take any more classes. I just needed to keep doing my work. And I was doing professional grade work. I don't believe that, but I will always argue that and debate that fact because I think his artwork is far superior to mine, but, it was a very nice compliment. And I do miss him. Brad's shaking his head.
Just sitting here smiling.
Yeah. He used to go into the liquor store and talk to my husband a lot about how great he thought I was all the time. Had him fooled. But yeah, so I can't really, I mean, the only person I've been able to sit down and teach some techniques to and some tricks and stuff to was my granddaughter. I did sit down with her, and when we were living in Wyoming and stuff, she would come over, and I had a room set aside as an art studio, and I had a big drafting table, that was slanted and stuff that I gave to her when I moved, because I had it since I was in junior high, and she had an easel on the other side of it with a table, and we was sitting there and working stuff, and it was really neat. I really enjoyed doing that. That was a connection that we will always have. That and the crafts and the sewing. I taught her how to do some sewing and stuff, and all that cool stuff, right, hon?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's what's going on here in Ghettoville, right?
Yes, it is.
Deanie must not be working today.
Oh yeah.
They're out cruising in the RV park with their
cruising the golf cart. Huh?
Yeah. It's like a soap opera around here. There's about 20 of us that are all full-timers, and we live here permanently for now. And, you have one question about one neighbor, all you got to do is step outside and ask somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain key players that we know. They're not players, but people that we know will know the 411 about whatever's going on here.
Yes, they do.
Crazy. But I'm just trying to deal with the fact that we may be here for quite a while longer and just accept that fact and not keep getting down about it. For me, sometimes I kind of have to put on some rose-colored glasses in order to cope. And just, okay, it is what it is. I'm going to make the best of it for now. There's got to be a reason why this is happening to us. And just make the best of it. And that's what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I am continuing to do better. The eating and exercise is right on track. Feeling better. My knees and stuff feel so much better. That I'm able to be more active. I think you've noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to walk more. I'm able to be more active already. So that's so good. That's what keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
And now we just don't keep stuff we shouldn't be eating in the house at all.
I'm sacrificing myself on it.
And it wouldn't be worth. It's not like you can go drive down the street and go to a fast food place. It's not like you can drive down the street and go to like a Walmart or anything. The nearest Walmart is, what, about 15 miles away? 18. And it's just like when we lived in Wyoming. So that stops you from, but there's not even a convenience store, open real late. I don't think Coastal is open 24 hours, is it? So, I mean, in the grocery stores in PANACEA and stuff all shut down, at night. So, you're not going to give in to those midnight cravings or whatever. Because, it's all good. So, make it work. Right, honey?
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot harder to fulfill those cravings.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I'm going to have fun going out planting some seeds. Brad was drilling containers and stuff for me. Pots and stuff. So, what else you got to say, young man?
I think you covered it all.
How's your back?
It really hurts too.
Your back really hurt today?
Yeah.
You think it's the arthritis?
I
Have you taken any leave?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, you need to walk down to the office and get the Aleve. It came in. I ordered the Aleve on eBay because it's cheaper to buy that way. Some supplements are cheaper to buy online, some are not. So it's like the Benadryl. The big thing, the Benadryl, because we use it for allergies, of course, and to help us sleep a little bit. And the big bottles of that are cheaper online. The Aleve is cheaper online and stuff. I'm not sure the Tylenol PM is. We're not taking the melatonin anymore because Benadryl is cheaper. So, But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. And I love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship. And I think you guys are awesome. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.